Have you ever been like so drunk at your drunkest that like you literally can't even stand up straight?
No, never.
Have you ever been drunk to the point where your personality completely changes?
No, never.
Never?
Nope.
Even the drunkest you've been?
Nope. Never. Like I'm not an angry drunk, so and I'm not an angry person outwardly. Not I never got that drunk where my personality changes. Maybe I get a little more quiet, a little more observant.
When you're drunk.
Oh yeah.
I knew a guy, man, growing up in my neighborhood, man. I was a kid, and this cat, they called him Drunk Tommy.
Well,
okay.
Well, you're drunk when they put drunk in front of your name.
In front of your first name and shit. This guy, like poor guy, like I don't know what happened with him, but as far as I can remember as a kid, he was drunk probably 23 hours of the day. Like drunk constantly. When he was sober, he would walk by you. He wouldn't say two words to you, kept to himself. If somebody said something to him, he would go, hey, how you doing? Real quiet, soft-spoken, okay? But when he drank, man, he was yelling.
He was talkative.
Pointing. He'd tell you a story.
Yep.
He'd tell you to go fuck yourself. He'd try to give you life advice like he was your dad. You're like, who the hell is this guy? I'm at the bus stop. You know what I mean? Like he was... And another thing that with him is that like he would stumble. Like one time, me and my boys were playing football and it's cold out, right? And there's ice. And we're looking down the street and sure enough, here comes Drunk Tommy stumbling. We thought it was somebody who was slipping on the ice, but no, it was Drunk Tommy stumbling. He's walking over. All of a sudden, he takes a step onto the ice, right? He literally like goes back and lies literally flat on his back, spread eagle. You actually heard the thud. You heard the thud. And there's ice below him, but you heard a thud.
He was like, ooh.
Yeah, poof, like that. Poof. You're like, what the fuck? And we're looking. Drunk Tommy is spread eagle in the middle of the street like a star. Like he's making snow angels. Yo, he didn't get up.
No?
No, we were like, yo, he's not getting up. We stopped the game. And we're like, because he's probably like about maybe 20 yards from us.
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, I think Drunk Tommy's dead. Yo, we walked over there, right? And as we're walking over there, he starts to like fucking like get up, like fucking like Frankenstein. Oh. And he like starts to get up and he starts mumbling something about who put that there. We're like looking at each other like,
who put this ice here?
So then he got up and stumbled off or whatever. So then there's another time me and my friend are talking, right? And then there's this little kid who's in the neighborhood. We used to call him Little Tyson. Because this kid was like...
I remember Little Tyson. I remember somebody with that name.
This kid was probably like about 7 years old and probably had more muscle than I did.
Yeah.
Like he looked like a miniature Mike Tyson. Like a Pee-wee Tyson. I mean, I don't know. He was a tough kid, man.
Sure he wasn't hitting the roids?
I don't know what, but he was... Trust me, man. He had that like Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl. None of the kids could hang with him.
Say Bojangles.
No, not Bojangles. Bo Jackson. So he's over there, right? And we're talking, and the kid's talking to us, and we're talking to the kid or whatever like that. It was me and me and Frank. So all of a sudden we look over and stumbling, coming out of the darkness, coming down is Tommy. He's hammered and he's stumbling and whatever. The kid, right? And we're probably close to like 50 yards away from this guy. Like he's a good distance. The kid goes. And he doesn't even say it loud. He says it very slow. He goes, uh-oh, here comes Drunk Tommy.
I remember this.
Yo, this motherfucker suddenly had like super hearing. Like the drunkenness made his hearing better.
Bionic drunk.
Yo, he said, I heard that. Put his arm and finger in the air, stumbled forward with his finger and arm still in the air like he's got something to say.
It was like he was off balance. So
yeah. So he would walk back 3 steps and then he would stumble forward like 5 steps, walk back 2 steps, stumble forward 5 steps. And he did that all the way over until he got to us and he starts yelling at the kid, talking about the kid, saying, you need to learn some respect. First time I ever heard respect.
Some respect.
That's the first time I ever heard it. And he yelled at it. He yelled at the kid for like an hour, and he told the kid, he goes, back in Vietnam, I used to kill little motherfuckers like you. And then he goes, but I didn't want to do it. The Sarge made me do it. And this poor kid is like looking at him like, what the fuck?
The Sarge made me do it.
Yo, I swear to God, man, I don't know what the fuck he went through. I don't know what happened to him over there in Vietnam, but whatever it was, it must have been terrible that you're fucking confessing your sins
to a 7-year-old.
to a 7-year-old
diesel kid.
Yeah, diesel kid.
To a 7-year-old weightlifter.
Oh, listen, a drunk Tommy, wherever you are, man, I hope your liver's still there.
Hey, man, he could still be alive.
No, he's probably dead.
Oh, okay.
No one can drink that much and continue to live.